Welcome to Sports Talk.
Hello, Water. This is Nick from Top Notch Sports. Today we're going to go over the 2022 Los Angeles Rams salary review and offseason moves for 2022. Super Bowl champions Matt Stafford, Andrew Whitworth, Aaron Donald, the main man missing from this, right? I mean, without the other guy named Cooper Kupp, I don't think any of this is possible. Let's hop right into this video. Look, this is a mock offseason, mock free agency, mock draft, mock salary cap review. And I want to put out a notice right here, though. This video is not going to be as fun for you Rams fans, but hopefully you stay tuned because the cap space is not the greatest. And I don't feel like you guys are going to really blow up the team. Now, I'm sure there's accountants and the managers all know ways to cheat the system. On this channel, we don't cheat the system. We play it fair. We play base contracts, even contracts, and we distribute the money equally. With that being stated, look, this Rams team had a hell of a year this year. And look, you can't ask for much more than being on top of Mount Rushmore with the Super Bowl trophy, the Lombardi trophy, holding it nice and high, winning it, and now hopefully maybe making it two-time champs back-to-back years. We'll wait and see. But let's hop right into this and see what Sean McVay and the GM have in store for them. All right, here you go. Right now, here's the roster, okay? The LA Rams roster. You look in the top left corner of your screen, you see cap space at negative $10 million, meaning that you have negative money to work with this year in the offseason. Real fast, the numbers in green are cap savings if you cut somebody. The numbers in red are cap penalties if you were to cut somebody. This being stated, Andrew Whitworth, if he retires or you release him, you would save $16 million. If you were for some reason, some absolutely insane reason to cut Jalen Ramsey, you will lose $12.1 million. So look real fast, look at the screen. Let me know what you think and who you would cut in the comment section below. Real fast, so before we even hop into this, these are the guys that are currently under contract. These are the players that are currently under contract for the LA Rams. The guys that are not listed may be current free agents, and they'll be listed on the next slide under the notable losses. So let's go there right now. Here are your notable losses, and there's a huge list here with negative $10 million. There is not a lot you guys can do to bring a lot of these guys back, but we'll try to get a few back if we can. But first, I want to give a huge shout out to the one guy that makes this possible, this slide possible. He gives us the expected contracts and the percent of snaps played, Noah the Huberman Thompson. Without him, man, we would not be able to get this slide done. So, Noah, thank you very much. Let's throw off here. We got Von Miller, edge. 2-year, $34 million. He plays 66.1% of the snaps played. Next guy, Odell Beckham Jr., wide receiver. Expected contract, 1 year, $14 million. Torn ACL, I don't know if he's going to get a contract. 61.2% of the snaps played. Cornerback, Darius Williams, 3-year, $40 million. Percent of snaps played was 80.1% of the snaps. Next guy, Austin Corbett. Guard, 4 years, $36.8 million. 99.2% of the snaps played. Man, is that a lot. Center, Brian Allen, 3 years, $21.75 million contract. Percent of snaps played, 82.9%. Sony Michel, halfback, 2-year, $8.4 million. 49.4% of the snaps played. Sebastian Joseph Day, defensive tackle, 3 years, $24 million. 29.5% of snaps played. Ogobania Orokora, edge, 1 year, $2.25 million, 22.1% of the snaps played. And last but not least, Joseph Noteboom, right tackle, 1 year, $4 million, 15.9% of the snaps played. Now, typically, the idea here is you sign back guys that play a high percent of the snaps, especially if they played, well in those percent of the snaps played, because you want to keep the continuity going, especially if they played well during those snaps played. The issue is with negative $10 million, it's going to be very tough to bring back one of these guys, let alone most of them. So let's go to the next slide and see what we got for our potential targets. Here are your potential targets. Now, right now, you got negative $10 million. Estimated cuts, Andrew Whitworth's most likely going to retire. That would save up $16.1 million. And we also got Raymond Calais leaving, getting cut, which will save you $1 million. With that being stated, that puts you at $7.1 million in estimated cap space available. We're signing back the one guy that's honestly around this deal, Brian Allen, to a 3-year, $21.3 million deal, which is $7.1 million cap hit. That being stated, that leaves you with $0 million remaining cap. We can't do much more. Now, you go back to the slide, right? You guys might get picky with who you may cut, and maybe you do. You guys definitely know the team better than I do, and I'm not going to I'm a genius. There's definitely going to be some restructures. I know that for damn sure. There's going to be probably more cuts. But I feel like they're going to try to keep the same starting team intact. If they can keep these guys, they're going to. But with that being stated, we're not going to do restructures. Restructures are impossible to really for us to make. So what we're going to do here, though, here's your team needs: tight end, interior offensive lineman, offense tackle, edge, linebacker, cornerback, safety. We get you re-signing Brian Allen, and in the third round, we got you drafting offensive guard Justin Schaefer. Now, again, usually we have your first 3 rounds projected. Unfortunately, you guys don't have a first or a second round pick. You don't have any cap space. So I know this is a boring video, but this is going to be the 2022-2023 expected depth chart for the LA Rams. Here is your depth chart. Okay. So look, real fast, color coded. Here's what we got. If it's an orange, it's a re-sign. So we're re-signing Brian Allen. In yellow, we got placeholders. Okay. These are guys that we definitely see that there can be upgrades. Maybe you guys can do it in the draft, or if you do restructure a few contracts, it may be in free agency. So right now you got Chandler Brewer here as a left guard, Terrell Lewis, Christian Roseboom, and you got cornerback David Long right here for corner. With that being stated, we also got in blue here, the one guy we got you guys projected drafting in the third round, and Justin Schaefer to fill in that right guard hole. With this roster, you guys are losing a lot. You're losing Whitworth here. You're losing your left guard. You're losing some corners. You're losing linebackers. The team's just not as solid as it was last year. With that being stated, do I feel like you guys can make a rerun? Yes. Do I think it's absolutely possible and I'm plugging you guys in? To be honest with you, no. I feel like you guys are probably going to win anywhere from 10 to 12 games again this year in a loaded NFC West division. And I feel like it's going to be very hard to make it back. But with that being stated, this team is still very talented. I mean, Matthew Stafford is most likely a future Hall of Fame quarterback. You got Cooper Kupp, who may arguably be the best receiver in football. You got Aaron Donald, who may arguably be the best defensive player that has ever played the game of football ever. You got Jalen Ramsey, who's probably the best cornerback in the league right now. With that being stated, this team is loaded. And Leonard Floyd played pretty dang good this year, too. So with all that being stated, this is a very loaded team. You do have some holes, but every team in the National Football League has holes. This year, you guys didn't have many holes at all because you guys filled up your roster with people like Von Miller on cheap deals and so much more. I mean, you look at this notable losses list: Odell Beckham Jr., Sony Michel you brought in this year, and a guy I would love for you guys to bring back, Sebastian Joseph Day, who played amazing before he got hurt, but I just can't make that happen in this video. Will you find a way? Most likely. You'll probably find a way to bring it back, at least some of these guys. But in this video, to play it fair for all the teams, I'm not going to have you guys bring back a ton of them pretending I'm an accountant of the century and then not doing it for other teams. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Again, I'm expecting anywhere from 10 to 12 wins right now if you guys follow through with this plan, and definitely a playoff push. How far, I honestly can't tell you. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. We'll see you guys soon. Peace. We are Built Better.